Hello, everyone. It's Maddie from Create Your Future. So, I wanted to come on here today and talk a little bit about how to stay persistent in the face of opposition, whether it be in your mind or in your 3D reality. So, I did see this in the comment section, someone asking this question. So, I thought I would just respond and know that other people were probably wondering the same thing. And when this video comes out, I'm sure it will reach a bunch of people that need this kind of advice. So I do love responding to comments. It does give me a lot of ideas, but then it also lets me know where everybody is at as well. So keep doing what you're doing as far as commenting. I do love intending with you guys. I say this in every video, and I also want you guys to be as successful as possible. So if I can help out with specific questions, I love doing so. So before we get into the video and I really start diving in, we are having a contest. Details are down below in the description box. And if you would like to book one-on-one coaching with me, I am available for another couple of weeks before I go on maternity leave. That will be in the description box down below as well if you would like to book one-on-one coaching with me. And I just came out with a course. So if you're interested in doing that while I am on my maternity leave or even beforehand, I did lay out a master manifestor course. This will give you successful in every area of your life. So if you do want my specific help while I am away, that is available to you. If not, I do have a ton of videos and so do other coaches on this channel that are free and available to you and that will help you and help you be as successful as possible, because that's what we all want today. So to get into the video, how to stay persistent in the face of opposition and some techniques you can do as far as I like to call it nasty voice, and being able to just persist through and stay with your journey. So just to start off, you wake up every day deciding how you want your day to be. Something that I really love telling my clients is that whenever you wake up in the morning, doesn't matter what circumstances happened the day before, it doesn't matter what dream you've had, it doesn't matter. I want you to set the tone for the day. So what that can mean for you is that use whatever technique that has resonated for you during your manifestational journey, or something that you'd like to try differently if you feel like it's just not really resonating with you so far. So for example, I like waking up in the morning and setting intentions. Intentions work the best for me. So what I would do as an example is say, I intend that every client I have today, they get their breakthrough, that they are able to find exactly what they're looking for in the session. We're able to create some great intentions. And then not only with my clients, I also say that every client that I have is extremely successful and gets exactly what they want. And then I also set the tone for my day in general. So that would look like I'm going to be super successful today. I'm going to have an amazing day. It's going to be great outside, even if it's raining. I don't care. It's going to be great outside. I'm going to get a lot of things done that I need to get done today. I'm going to feel energetic and amazing. And I'm going to have a lot of positive interactions with people around me. And then I'll kind of go into the affirmations that I may set for myself every day, multiple times a day, that I run through my mind. So that could be success is inevitable for me. I'm amazing. Everyone loves me as their coach. So those are just a couple examples. If you resonate with any of those, you can add them to your list. If not, that's totally okay too. It's all good. So I love setting the day. That is the first step. Something else that I would definitely advocate for. So let's say nasty voice comes into my head, because I know that a lot of you guys, including myself, do have nasty voice make an appearance. So basically, you just change your relationship to the voice. You get to decide if it matters. So let's just say that I'm manifesting my SP and I'm manifesting that they constantly contact me and that they're showing up exactly the way I want them to. And let's say my mind is like, well, clearly they're not coming in. Like, you haven't seen any movement. They're absolutely not in front of you. Okay, well, what is manifestation? Manifestation is putting faith into the things unseen when you first start manifesting. It might not be in front of you right now, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. So, a technique that I love doing, especially when nasty voice starts saying those things to me, because they want you to go into the old state. If you start hearing nasty voice ramping up and saying things like that and being louder in your head and just being really mean about everything, stuff like that, trying to tear you down, it's because it views your new thoughts as a threat. It views your new thoughts as something that is trying to get rid of it, which you are. And you are going from one old state, which is that, for example, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not chosen, and I'm not deserving, to the new reality where I get whatever I want. I'm a master manifester. I am worthy, deserving, and loved. I am valued, and everybody treats me as such. And I am a high value person that only has high value beings in my life. So you're switching from one state to another. So when that happens, nasty voice doesn't like it. It's like that old toxic friend that we've talked about before in other videos, where you can give into the old nasty negative story, like, yeah, no, everybody in my life is so like unhealthy. Everybody treats me really badly. They're the problem. To now, everybody in my life is super healthy. Everybody treats me amazingly because I am amazing and I believe in myself, yada, yada, right? All the intentions that you want to say. So, to stay persistent with that, with changing your relationship, you basically just ask it why. Like, you don't have to do this every time, but I love asking nasty voice why. Like, why are you saying that? And a lot of the times it's because it's trying to get your attention. You use it as a tool. So let's just say it's like, oh, they're never going to contact you. Like, clearly they're not even contacting you. I'd say, well, why do you think that? Why are you telling me that? Because clearly I'm saying something else in my head and I'm affirming and I might be visualizing, yada, yada. And my nasty voice might be like, well, because you're definitely not good enough to get what you want. You cannot create the results that you want. It's impossible to get this person. My nasty voice just told me exactly what I need to affirm for. So instead of being afraid of it or giving into it or thinking of it as truthful or it's going to manifest, you're changing your relationship to it as a tool for being helpful to you. So then I'd create those intentions of, I absolutely can create the results that I desire. It is absolutely possible. Um, so that's one way you could do it. Another way you could change your relationship to it, if that doesn't really resonate with you, or you feel like, you're just doing it all the time and you feel like you are in a low state, whatever the reasoning is that you're not resonating with it. Another way to change your relationship to it is just not giving it any credence. So it's kind of like asking it why, but instead of asking it why and entertaining it, if you're too afraid to do that at the moment, is just being like, no, I get exactly what I want. You don't have any room here anymore. So you're almost talking to it like an old friend. It doesn't have to be relevant. You basically are just changing your relationship to it. So you're saying no, you're sticking up for yourself, you're creating boundaries. Yes, it is an imaginable voice in your head. No, it's not real, but you're creating boundaries. And maybe you had a lack of boundaries before in your 3D reality, and you're trying to work on that. And you're really advocating for yourself in this new state. Another way to stay persistent is also not only just recapping, changing your relationship with those things, but also stop trying to change your affirmations every single day because you think it's not working. The reason why it's not working is because you're saying it's not working. So when you give nasty voice that credence, when you are afraid of your thoughts, and when you're not changing your relationship or even setting the tone for your day, you are allowing nasty voice and your negative circumstances that you've had before to dictate who you are. You are not your circumstances. You are not your boyfriend breaking up with you. You are not your SP ghosting you. You are not a being that is poor or doesn't have high value. That is your old story. If you continue to resonate and be afraid that the old story is going to come through, your fear will manifest. So, when you decide that you're really sick of the old story, and you have to get there naturally, and you could even intend for that. I intend to be in a state where I'm sick of the old story and I'm ready for the new one. You will see a shift in your state. you'll see a shift in your perspective. You'll naturally want to go towards the positive thoughts of, oh, my positive thoughts do create. I get to say the rules today. I'm not a victim to my circumstances anymore. Just because my SP may have broken up with me a month ago doesn't mean that that's forever. Another thing I love doing, let's just say I'm not believing what I'm saying and my mind is really fighting me. This is another technique, is instead of trying to get myself to believe it right away, and if I know I'm not in a state of really believing something that's not in front of me yet, I'll make it a suggestion. So what that could look like is, let's just say that my nasty voice is like, well, clearly they're not in front of you. We're going back to the original statement. Okay, well, people change all the time. This is something you hear on a daily basis. This is not a new affirmation. People change all the time. Things shift constantly. People come back literally all the time. And you'll hear your friends say that too. So it's like, if your SP broke up with you, they're like, yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back. Stuff like that. They're not giving it any importance. They're already manifesting for you, but they're also reflecting back to you that they'll come back. But at the same time, if you're not in believing it right now, and you're just like, well, no, they told me they never want to talk to me again. They haven't even reached out. They might be talking to a third party, whatever the circumstances. That's when you're like, okay, I'm not going to try to force myself to believe this, because this is going to create that much more resistance for me right now in this present moment. Doesn't mean it can't change in an hour or tomorrow or however long it takes. Time is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to pressure yourself to believe in something and stop trying to pressure yourself to be perfect. You're perfect exactly the way you are. We are humans. We are going to learn things, and we are going to do it by trial and error. Be nice to yourself. Stop trying to gain perfection immediately. It's okay. You're great the way you are. You're learning. This is why you're here. This is why you're even watching this video. So if it's easier for you for the first couple days, or even the first couple weeks, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same result, even if you make it a suggestion. I'm just letting you know. I've done this 1,000 times where I've made it a suggestion and I got what I wanted while just making it a suggestion. So it doesn't mean you can't get what you want. But at the same time, if you're sitting there like, oh, well, I don't know if it's possible. Anything's possible. Things shift all the time. My person could change their mind at any moment. People do it constantly. I've done it. I thought I was totally done with the person. And then, I shifted. I was like, oh, maybe I do miss them. Maybe I do want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? So view your person as that, or whatever the situation is. Could be a health issue, could be a money issue. Instead of trying to force yourself to believe it, and we can even talk about a money issue, is let's just say I really need money right now. Well, it's totally possible to create the results that I want, but also it is totally possible that let's just create a scenario out of thin air. It's totally possible that somebody could be very generous to me and they could offer me a job, offer me help, offer whatever it is, or a circumstance would pop up where I could win something, or you're giving yourself suggestions on, yes, the how, but at the same time, you're not trying to force yourself to be this is the story. This is the only way it's going to pop up, because you might be too resistant towards the story that you're trying to create. So leave it a little bit open for what I like to call answer mode. In question mode, you're asking for what you want. So if what you want is an unconditionally loving relationship with your person, then, and let's say you have no idea how that's going to come up, you can allow your mind to kind of wander a little bit and be like, oh, well, it could happen. One day he could wake up and just realize that he wants to be with me. Or maybe he sees a movie and it reminds him of our relationship and how much he misses me. There's 1,000 different ways it could happen, but your mind might try to go towards, well, how is it going to happen? Let your mind wander a little bit with how. It could be kind of fun. But then after, you could say, it doesn't matter how it happens. I just know that this is possible for me. And so I'm going to leave it up to it just coming to me the way that the path of least resistance is going to give it. And then you allow yourself to trust in the unseen. We do it all the time. We do it all the time. So that is you changing your relationship to it, staying persistent. If you have to go from suggestion mode to basically, you just affirming in confidence, it doesn't matter. It's going to get you the same results as long as you say it is. But if you're going to continue questioning, where is it? Why is it not working? Why isn't he in front of me? Allowing nasty voice to take control of who you are, because they're taking control of a circumstance and trying to bring it in front of your face. You're always going to stay in a state where is it? Why isn't it here? What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. So another thing I want to cover just before this video ends as well is, what if I'm seeing a ton of different people pop up in my reality as I'm manifesting something that I want? SP, sure. I'll use that as an example, just because I know that's very popular on this channel. So let's just say I'm manifesting my specific person. Let's say I get it down to a T, where like a person manifests in my life with like the same name, maybe the same profession. They look similar. They have similar, like, features or interests, or, whatever it is that just reminds you of them. Let's say I'm seeing like BBL everywhere, birds before land. I might be seeing their name everywhere. I might be doing this. So yes, you can say that is signs that they're on their way. But what I want you to do is, if you feel like there is too much resistance towards your person, like let's just say that it's, all these people are coming through, you're not doing anything wrong, but you might have one thing that I like to call them road bumps. I don't like to call them blocks, because some people might view the word block as something that you can't get over, or it's impossible. Kind of like when we talk about our person blocking us. We might be like, oh, I don't think that's possible because they blocked us on social media. It is possible, but we have to get there. So instead of saying it's a block, let's call it a road bump. That's really easy to get over. It's not like we have to scale something, to get over the hump. So we're literally just going to walk over it. That's it. So what I would suggest doing is, like, let's just say you're seeing all those signs, is really watch your thoughts, especially when you're thinking about the person and what's popping up. And instead of only saying, like, let's just say my affirmation is I'm chosen. That's a great affirmation, but there might be something a little bit deeper underneath that you need to cover. So let's say that at first I wasn't feeling chosen. So now I'm feeling chosen, which is great. And now I'm seeing all this movement. But then underneath it, the specific affirmation towards love and relationships is that I can't get exactly who I want, which is exactly what the road bump is then. Or if it's not that, let's just say it's, I'll just come up with something on the fly. Sometimes it's hard for me to do that, but basically, like, let's just say that with that specific person, I just feel like he's too stubborn, let's just say. Like, or once he breaks up with somebody, it's done. Like, he never goes back, because that's been his story forever. Okay, cool. So those are easy to get over. Road bump, remember. But at the same time, that's your story about that person specifically. And that could be why you're seeing everybody else come through and not your person. Again, it's not that you're doing something wrong. It's that you need to allow yourself to go into answer mode. So to find the answer of maybe what exactly is going on is, number one, asking, like, why isn't this coming up? So come from it in a place where you're not constantly asking why it's coming up from a place of lack. There's a difference. So if you're coming from a place of asking, like, the universe, your subconscious mind, however you want to relate to it, why? Okay, so I've been affirming. You're kind of coming to it like asking a question, right? I'm coming to whatever I'm going to say it is, my subconscious mind. I've been affirming that I'm chosen and I'm valued. I knew those were my core beliefs that I needed to work on. Great. I'm recognizing that. I'm very self-aware. I know exactly how to figure this out. So if I know exactly how to figure this out, I'm going to come to you and ask right now, what is maybe something deeper that I could be maybe missing when it comes to that specific person? A story that I may have created that I might be missing right now. Maybe I'm just being too frantic in my mind with trying to get that thing. And so that's why I'm not seeing it. So when you're really frantic in your 3D, especially in your mind of just trying to get it, you're going to miss the answer. It's waiting for you. So if you come from a place of not lack or like, oh, what am I doing wrong? I never do this right. You're going to get opposite results. But if you come from it in a place of, I'm just coming to you asking so that I can fix this, so that I can fix my mentality and I can get exactly what I want because I deserve it. Do you see the difference in relationship? I hope you say yes. I'm going to intend you do. So that's when you can really find the answer of, well, now that's the deeper underneath the I'm chosen or I'm valued or, whatever the affirmation is that I need to now work on. That is the deeper one. And I've seen so many people just by asking that one question and allowing themselves to get the answer, they get their person in like a couple hours, a couple days. Like, and you might have been trying to manifest your person for like a year. And that was the only thing you really needed to do to find that one answer to get your person. This can go for anything. It doesn't just have to be about a person. The only reason I give you guys more specific person examples is because I see more of those questions on the channel or from clients or even friends. My friends will come to me with this stuff as well. So, but that's why I put in my Master Manifestor course, it's also about health, love, and money. So it's not like I'm not just only willing to teach about SP. It's also about trying to manifest your best life. So take all of this advice that I give you and take it to everything. Take it to everything in your life because it's not just about SP. Because once you're done manifesting your SP, you're going to want something else. Maybe it's a TV, computer, a job, money, the lottery. So there's always going to be something that you want to shift and that you want to accomplish. So I just intend that everybody that needed to hear this video finds it and that you guys found it helpful. If you, again, need any of my help, I'm available for the next couple weeks to do one-on-one coaching. I would love to help you. If not, I will be intending with you in the comment section down below as well, even while I'm gone on maternity leave. And I intend that everybody that watches this video gains their success and you guys get everything that you ever wanted and or asked for. And you're able to find the things that may be holding you back. Or I'll say this as a side note, as I'm intending for you guys, that if you think there's a block, there's always going to be a block. So I intend that you only think that you may have a road bump if it's actually a viable thing in your subconscious mind. Not, oh, he's not showing up yet. There must be a road bump. Then you're just going to create one. We don't want that either. So, hope everybody has a wonderful day. And yeah, happy manifesting.